So today's video is going to be basically showing you how to pretty much assemble your Ollieroo swivel TV stand. This one in particular holds up to 70-inch TV. This is pretty much what you have when you open up your package. You get your TV stand, of course, along with the brackets for you to pretty much put everything together, and then your hardware kit, along with another baggie with your tools and some other screws that you're going to be using for your assembly for your mount. So without further ado, let's get started. So what you're going to do is open up your TV stand like so. These particular, with this particular TV mount, they do have plastic wrapped around the metal. It's more of just protection, but if you feel like you want to take them off, you can. It's pretty simple actually. All you're doing is just lifting them up and they come right off. For me, it's a little bit easier for the installation, so I'm gonna do that real quick. And like I said, you can just keep them on if you want. And you can put them on back when you're done with the installation. Or if you just want to keep them off, then keep them off. It doesn't affect the functionality of your stand. So what you're gonna do next is get your baggie here. So you can get your baggie right here, get the screws that you need. So you're going to be using all these screws that are in this little baggie here. If you have the proper tools to assemble this, then use them. All I'm using is a Phillips screwdriver, but the tools are included that you need to assemble it. You can use this, and it has a screwdriver end right here. So what you're gonna do is get your washer here, along with your Phillips screw. And what you're gonna do is get your the longer frame, pretty much looks like this. And what you're gonna do is, when you're looking at this particular frame here, there's actually where the screws would go in, there's a kind of like it's sticking out right here. What you're gonna do is have this part of the screw on the back end, so you're not gonna have the screw going like this. So when you're installing it, what you're going to want to do is try to have it lined up. So you just got to adjust this TV mount here. And then what you're going to do is try to find the holes here. And you're going to line them up with the corners here. So there's one here and there's one on the other side. And what you're going to do is go like this, and then try to put it try to secure as much as you can, and then get another screw and washer. Okay, so now if you see what I mean, now I have it kind of secured on there. It's not fully secured, so that's where I'm going to use my Phillips screwdriver and secure it on there. So the screw that I'm going to be installing right now is this one right here. You're going to use your Phillips screwdriver and just secure it on there. So now this side is secured, it won't move. Now I got to move on to the other side. Now I'm going to be doing this screw right here. That's the other screw that I installed. I just got to secure it on there. And then what you're gonna do, and then once you have the top completed, you're gonna do the same thing for the bottom. So let me kind of fast forward that so you kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. Alright, so that's what it should look like after you completed that. Next, what you're gonna do is you're basically gonna do the exact same thing. If you see these holes right here, or I'm sorry, these holes right here, this is where you're gonna basically mount your TV. So at this point, however big your TV is, you're gonna want to mount these pieces onto your TV. These right here are where your screws are going to be going into your TV. With the hardware pack supplied, part K are the spacers for your TV, for it to mount on, onto your TV. You don't want it to go too far deep. You don't want the screws to go too far deep into the TV because you could damage it. So make sure that you put the spacers on there along with the screws not being all the way through. But you also want to make sure that it's stapled onto the TV mount so it's not going to fall off. So if you have a second person that can help you, or a third person, more people the better. Just to make sure everything goes through properly. This piece right here, where it's kind of empty, it comes with a balancing little tool. It's like yellow green liquid with a bubble, and it basically tells you if it's balanced or not. That's where this empty space is for. And then that's pretty much it for the TV mounting part. Where I'm going to just pretend that this is ready on a TV already. So basically this is where the second or third hand will come in handy depending on how big your TV is. If you have a 70-inch TV, you're going to want two people holding that TV just to be safe, while the other person is trying to screw in the mounts onto the TV, onto this TV mount right here. So depending on how big your TV is, try to have as much help as you can. So at this point, what you're gonna be doing, I'm gonna screw it into here, but you can, like I said, you can screw it into here. Any of these holes, you can screw them on there. Just make sure that they're parallel from each other, so they're not the TV's not slanted or crooked or anything like that. So what you're gonna do is obviously just pretend this TV's on the wall already. So it's like that. What you're gonna do is get the screws that we used in that little baggie, and what we're gonna do is, so pretty much what you're gonna do is have these holes here line up with these holes right here. So I'm gonna basically place this underneath. Like that, and you can see the holes actually lining up. So let me zoom in. See how they line up? What you're gonna do is pretty much put the screws in like this from the back. And basically tighten this top piece. And you're basically going to do the exact same thing for the bottom part. So that's what it should look like after one side is completed. Let me do the other side real quick. Okay, so that's pretty much what it should look like after it's completed. Unfortunately, I'm not able to actually put it onto the wall, but basically what you're going to do is, if you're going to mount the TV onto the stud of your wall, what you're going to need is a drill gun, the screws that we supply in our hardware pack. You're going to be using screws number G, and then you're going to use a stud finder. When you use a stud finder, you're basically finding the wood stud inside into the wall. That's going to be your structure, pretty much. That's your strength, where it's going to hold your TV. So when you do find your stud, what you're going to do is mark it with a pencil, marker, whatever you want to use. Once you've done that, you're going to use your screws G and place the screw through here, and it's going to be sticking out from here, here, and here. Now if your stud is big enough, there's also holes right here, right here, right here, and also right here. So there's a total of 7 holes actually, and that's where you're going to place your bolts. Now if your studs aren't that big, you can still use the middle 3, which is fine. That would still be enough strength to hold onto your TV. Now say for instance you're going to be mounting it into a concrete or brick wall, you're still going to need a drill gun, and then you're going to use the screw G's, and then you're also going to use the anchors. It's part H in your hardware kit. Basically it opens up on the inside, and it's like an anchor, so it expands open and it stays inside the concrete. So what you're going to do then, you're going to use all your screws and secure it from here to here, and you're going to drill into the concrete or brick, and then it should mount onto the wall. Let me hold it against the wall so you kind of get an idea what it looks like. So this is pretty much what it should look like after you installed it. It goes left and right. If you want to put it in the corner, you can do that, or you can put it in the middle of your TV in your room. Let me put this down. And pretty much it's really functional. It does what it needs to do. It holds your TV proper onto the wall or stud. Now if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to give us a call. Now we can definitely assist you. Unfortunately, like I said, I wasn't able to put it onto the wall, so I would be able to give you a more descriptive installation. But like I said, we are here to help you as well. So if you have any questions, please give us a call so we can assist you. Thank you for watching our video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.